Let's go ahead and start off with Mousewell. Why don't you introduce us to yourself?
My character?
Yes, I just to
Oh,
note for the listeners at home, I'll be referring to the
okay.
players as their characters' names for privacy's sake.
My name is Mousewell. I am a Chihua-Alfi race,
Chihua.
if that's how you pronounce it.
It's Chihua-Alfi.
Chihua-Alfi. Chihua-Alfi. Um, a creature that can shapeshift from a chihuahua to somewhat of an elfish form. I am a cleric. Yeah.
Alrighty, why don't you pick another one of our players to introduce themselves?
Um, I'm still having trouble trying to figure out how to pronounce them. Aoth?
Yeah, that's correct.
Like sloth without the sl.
Alright.
I'm a Sand Dwarf that sells spices and a rogue.
All right. And that leaves you, Euandros.
I'm Euandros, and I'm a Cyclops who is a wild magic sorcerer, and my people is known for making paper, because each family has their own special recipe.
All right. And as we get to that, is there any last-minute questions that need to be asked before we get into the session? Alrighty then. We're gonna go ahead and start.
Welcome, Sojourners, to Haleeh-Meesys, a unique homebrewed world buried within a star in your own universe. Prepare for a thrilling tale woven around a celestial wedding between life and death, shaping diverse realms brimming with struggle and epic adventures. Join a diverse array of characters like sand dwarves, kobolds, cyclops, and drifters as they all navigate a cultural evolution. Experience the rise and fall of civilization in this mesmerizing saga. Dragons soar and rule in this mystical land, while various territories like Oceania and Shadow Glen River Valley await your exploration. Each land boasts unique technologies, mystical elements, and awe-inspiring features, setting the stage for your incredible adventure. Prepare to embark on an unforgettable journey filled with magic, intrigue, and wonderful discoveries in Haleeh-Meesys, where every corner holds the promise of excitement and wonder. And so for now, our story continues.
The Brawn Drake Pyraxis has suspected something has been off about the Crystal Dragon Heronbill for a few years now, but is now convinced something has happened to his mind. Unfortunately, you all have been caught in the crossfire. Pyraxis had commissioned a scroll of reincarnation from Heronbill after the death of his brother Haliburn, and your party had been hired to transport it from his lair in the Acheron Desert to the temple city of Pyraxia. After traveling for a month straight with many sleepless nights, the party arrived only to learn the scroll was a fake. Pyraxis believes that the party very well may be innocent, but he still must follow the decree of the Council of Dragonkind, which states that the attempted deception of a divine being, or a dragon, results in the death penalty in all recognized temple cities. Fortunately, in Pyraxia, the death penalty can be appealed. Unfortunately, that means you will have to compete in the Pyraxian Coliseum. As we zoom in on our characters sitting in a holding cell within the Coliseum, as y'all are attempting as you are about to begin a long rest to prepare for the fight tomorrow, our party, known as the Rat Pack, are each sitting in a shared cell as a group. Your weapons have been taken from you, though you will be all your equipment has been taken from you, though you will be provided equipment for the fight. Yes, as we begin, what do we see? I want Mousewell, why don't we start with you? Each player is going to describe what they're doing and ask 2 questions about the environment.
How large is the holding cell?
It is large for a prison cell. They give you a decent amount of room. I'd say it's 35 by 30 feet.
Okay. Were our items taken from us as well as our weapons?
Yes. Though not clothes, obviously. You were allowed to keep your clothing and any like personal art items, like any sort of like jewelry has generally been left to you, but jewelries, pendants, something that could be a religious or sentimental value has been left with you.
Okay. I will be sitting in the corner thinking of some sort of plan of escape.
All right. You have one more question?
Can we see anything outside of the holding cell?
There are bars that you can see through, but they're kind of high up on the walls. So you can kind of look out on the hallway if you stand on your tippy toes, but there's not really much going on out there.
Okay.
All right. Aoth. Mind 2 questions, and what are you doing in this period of time?
Can we see any other like prison cells with people in it? Or are we gonna have to
Can't
fight?
see other prison cells, and most of them have other prisoners who are also set to compete in the Coliseum tomorrow.
Okay. So are we gonna have to fight each other?
You don't know.
Okay.
You have you kind of get the general vibe that this is just a place people know about if they're from here, and y'all just don't happen to be from here.
Okay. Is there around or anything that we can replenish or?
Nothing immediately around. You do remember being told that you would be rearmed before the match.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just be sitting down thinking to myself.
All right. Euandros.
Is there a like good sized drainage hole in the floor of the cell?
There is not a drainage hole. There is a chamber pot. The chamber pot does have walls surrounding it, so you don't have to look at it. But whenever you go towards that area of the room, I don't think they've washed it out in a while.
I don't know if I have any more questions.
All right, well, just go ahead and describe what you're doing in the room.
I'm sitting down on the ground, meditating on my magic, like to be prepared, like if we get put in the arena.
All right. Just to note, you all described yourselves sitting on the floor. There are bunks. just wanted to note that. But yes, as y'all are all meditating for the most part, you hear from down the hall. It sounds like brief talking. Do y'all want to try to listen in?
Yes.
Yes.
And everyone roll me a perception check.
7.
12.
19.
All right, Mousewell. As you're kind of listening out, and in your meditation, you're able to focus better on what's being said. As you hear 2 voices, one you recognize as one of the guards, and another voice you do not recognize, saying, I'll try to be brief, but my master wishes me to be in depth. Well, all right, just don't cause any problems. I won't. As you all hear footsteps and the jingling of keys, as a man it looks like a Chihua-Alfi in his elven form walks down the hall, carrying an almost aura of mystique. Here's these like piercing emerald eyes. He's adorned in very intricate robes. And he has a bunch of little bits and baubles that hang from various parts of the robes. As he walks down the hall, and he's 10 feet from yourself, 5 feet, and he's at the door. You hear a slight knocking on the bars. He says, is anyone sleeping?
No, we're awake.
All right.
I want to collapse on the floor and pretend to be asleep.
Go ahead and roll me a deception or a performance check. As the key slides into the keyhole and the door opens. Yeah?
A natural 1.
Okay. I want you to describe how it fails.
When I try to fall over, I hit my head on the corner of the bunk and cry out in pain.
You take 1 damage.
Ow!
As the man walks into the room, he says, good, you're all awake. Oh, are you okay?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. As he closes the gates behind him. The man comes, continues standing. He says, I am here representing my master, who will, for the time, remain unnamed. Let's just say my master has a very keen interest in you three. Is aware of of the incident that has landed you in here, and if you are to succeed, assuming you can answer my questions that I will ask you soon to the best of your ability, you may find yourself in a new employment if you win the match. This I ask of you all to submit yourself to the spell I'm about to cast. It is a simple spell to verify truthfulness, nothing more. As he is going to cast Zone of Truth in the room. Do you submit or do you try to resist?
I try to resist.
All right, wisdom saves from the two of you.
13.
I'm going to resist.
All right. You said a 13?
Yep.
And Aoth?
I didn't roll. I'm just gonna.
You do submit? Okay.
Yeah.
Mousewell?
A 3.
All right, so that's 2 rolled failures and 1 intentional failure. Congratulations. As he begins and asks to each of you, he says, I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to go down the line. Beginning with you, Mr. Big Man, sir. What is your name? He says to Euandros.
Euandros.
Euandros. All right. And you, short man.
My name is Aoth.
Aoth. And you, other one.
It's Mousewell to you. Thank you.
All right. What was the object that you had delivered to the lord of this city?
A scroll.
And you, Aoth?
I don't know.
Is that do you not?
Oh.
Are you attempting to? He's asking what was the object y'all were tasked to bring.
Okay, then a
He's
scroll.
having each of you answer.
Okay. Scroll.
And you, Mousewell?
Scroll, what they said, obviously.
What is your greatest vice?
Greatest lice?
Vice.
Oh.
Not lice, vice. Euandros.
Small people.
Okay. Was that truth, by the way, Euandros?
Why?
Okay.
Um,
What is your answer? And is it a truth or a lie?
don't we have to speak the truth?
You can lie, but he will know if you do.
Oh, okay. Going out of business.
And that is truth or lie?
Truth.
Mousewell?
The destruction of my ego.
Truth or lie?
Unfortunately, the truth.
He asks, did you know that the scroll you delivered was a fake? Euandros?
No.
No.
Mousewell?
No.
No, you idiot! I wouldn't have delivered it if I would have known it was fake.
Do you want the chance for revenge? There's something me and my master may be able to offer you.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Does that go for the rest of you?
I'm all in.
Yes.
And what? This is good. This is good. One last question in regards to the tournament tomorrow. What might your martial expertise be? Out of character, he's asking, what do you do? Magic, swords, guns, etc.
I would like a knife.
Magic.
And Mousewell?
All I need is my magic. I don't need your help with anything.
Very well. What's the everyone's passive perception?
9.
13.
And Mousewell?
11.
11? Okay. Alright. He says, okay. Well, let's just say that before I take my leave, I would just like to say that if by any means you happen to find weapons or objects within your cell, the people here like a show, and likely you will not be punished for that. As he opens the bars and closes them, locks the door, and you hear the as his footsteps as he walks away. As he leaves, which of you had the highest passive perception again?
13.
You notice behind him, next to the door where he was standing, is a bag. Is made of leather. Do you open the bag?
I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
As you pick up like a little you can probably find a loose pebble or something in here. And if not, you can probably make one. As you pick up a small pebble, you throw it. You hear like a clink, and somewhat of almost like a whoopee cushion type sound as it falls to the floor.
Do we see what he threw? Like, we know that the bag's there now, right?
Yeah, the bag is there.
Okay, I'm gonna go open it.
The bag itself, as you open it, makes like a very loud farting noise.
What?
As a small little rune on it fades away.
So,
As an inside the bag, what looks to be a note. Seems to be a magical orb, which could be used as a spell focus by a spellcaster. There is who looks to be a very well-crafted, to be like a bronze knife, and a small packet of what looks to be the actual type doesn't matter, but it is 5 pieces of +1 ammunition for whichever you use a ranged weapon.
I'm gonna cry out, hey, there's some weapons in here and random stuff. Well, and then I'm gonna pick up the note and read it.
As you read the note, the guard, you hear footsteps come down the hall, and he says, "Do you want me to get fired? Shut up." As he goes back to his post.
Sorry about that.
Do you read it?
Yes.
Written in common, it says, "If you can win this upcoming battle, my master could use some mercenaries to retaliate against your former employer. Consider this an investment to that end." Ezra Thornweaver, Grandmaster of the Eternal Flame.
Okay. Repeat like the note to everyone else.
Does anyone want to try to see if they know that name from anywhere?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and roll me a history or arcana check, your choice.
Arcana.
All right.
21.
21. You know that Ezra Thornweaver is the one of the assistants of the Church of the Eternal Flame, which is partially church, partially magical academy. He is the leader of that academy. Like, he's just the dude who owns it and like actively runs it.
Okay. I'm gonna tell everyone else this information.
Right?
Interesting.
What kind of weapons are in the bag? I want some. Don't hog them all to yourself.
There's a knife in this crystal ball and some ammunition. I mean, I'm obviously gonna take the knife.
You pick the knife.
Yeah.
It is a knife of warning. Or sorry, it is a dagger of warning.
Okay.
Well, what's the point of ammunition if we don't have any gun? This is
They said
pointless.
They did say that you would be rearmed before the match. So,
Can I take a closer look at the crystal ball?
as you take a look at the crystal ball, do you want to try to spend some time to attune to it? See what it does?
Yes, I would love that.
All right, as you spend part of your rest tuning to it, it is an orb of surgical pondering. It allows you to cast Healing Word at the first level a number of times per day equal to your proficiency modifier. And then 5 pieces of +1 ammunition and or a packet of +1 black powder.
Okay. So there is going to be guns in this arena.
That is seems to be implied, yes.
Yeah. I'm just going to go over to a bunk and just start examining the knife.
It is a very well-crafted knife. It seems to have been... go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
10.
10? It is a very well-crafted dagger. It's clearly crafted with some form of arcane or fey magic. You're not really able to just determine which one. But it is clearly enchanted with runes of warning.
Okay.
As everyone examines their newfound gains and begins to bed down for the night, you're all reminiscing about before you got the job to even deliver the scroll, when the dragon Heronbill had sent you on another quest to test your measure beforehand. As we kind of flash back to a few weeks ago in the Archon Desert, where your party stands in the ruins of an ancient elven village, having traveled 3 days to simply arrive there. As you are wading through ancient buildings and old structures to locate a piece of Shardolin, a magical glass-like crystal capable of holding exorbitant amounts of magic. As you all come across what looks to be a relatively intact ziggurat, which, for those of you who don't know, is basically like a 2-tiered trapezoidal pyramid rather than a triangle. You come up to this ziggurat with strained writing on the walls that you can't quite decipher on hand. Do you all enter?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Euandros.
I'm gonna first check for to make sure that there's no suspicious things indicating a magical trap or any sort of trap.
Okay. Are you going to use a spell for this, or are you just going to try to make a check?
Check.
Let's call this an investigation check.
Okay. 7.
In the entranceway, you do not see anything that particularly stands out as a trap.
Okay. I'm gonna go in last.
Very well. Who's going in first?
I'll lead the way.
All right, Mousewell. As you enter through this crumbling doorway or entranceway, it's a hallway that leads you a ways in before the chamber.